Today we're going to be playing some Bounty. Bounty got a couple changes. Unfortunately, we can't test all the changes I want to in the same video because a couple are mutually exclusive, but the changes Bounty got are we got a buff to Tamara, which is really interesting because I think she's a somewhat underutilized card. She doesn't really fit that well, but at 7 base power, it's much less punishing if you draw her later. You can actually use her deploy effect sometimes for decent value, but I really want to use that tribute effect. So she got a buff, which is nice. We're going to try her out. The other card that got buffed that we were playing in this deck is going to be Portal. So Portal went to 10. I wouldn't say much more manageable, definitely more manageable. Portal Vigilantes is a bounty deck we've wanted to do and had a request for. So we're going to do that. And the last card that got buffed, the one we can't really test out here, unfortunately, is going to be the Witch Hunter himself. I really like that change for Witch Hunter. He went to 5 base power instead of 4, as I can't find him. This happens like every time we make a video. There he is. Yeah, so he went to 5 power instead of 4. An alternate way to put bounties is not crimes. Since we're playing Portal, though, we can't run them. So we're going to play just 2 4s of Vigilantes. That's the idea. And same idea as usual for Bounty. Want to kill stuff, get coins, go to a short round where you drop the Brute and Ignatius with the Kindle carryover, and just win that way. So that's the idea. As far as the rest of the deck, pretty normal stuff. We got Bounty, do damage. We got a little bit carryover in Tamara. Bounty's pretty consistent. We're just playing the Bank and the Octavia for consistency cards. I like Oneiromancy in here, but I think with the Portal we can't quite find it. I wanted to run Oneiromancy to more consistently find Portal early, but the provisions just weren't there, I don't think. So we're going to go with the Bank. As far as other key stuff, we got the Witchfinder Caleb for bounties. We've got the Suns. We've got the Bank for consistency. We got the Graydon for our Tall Punish. We're not playing Moriels, so this is our only Tall Punish. It's also no Heat Wave. So we got to be a little careful with that, but I think it should be okay. Other thing to note here is we're not running Kurt. I just couldn't find space for him while also trying to run some other new stuff. So I had to cut Kurt. So we don't have a Purify, but should be okay. Let's get to some games here and see if we can take out some bounties. Hargali playing some Rain. Probably Renfri Beasts. Yeah, there's no Ryogan, so it's Renfri Beasts deck. Actually not bad for us. They don't have much control, and they have tall units, so Bounty should do well here. It is worth noting we do have exactly 2 cards for Portal to target. I consider putting a third one in, like maybe I guess Tax Collector would be the best one. I don't want to play the other ones, but I ended up not doing it. We're just going to go with the approach of, we're going to go with the 2 Vigilantes, that's it. So this is going to be the Beasts. We should get a lot of coins off of this as long as our first few cards don't die. We do have Tamara, which is really good. I want to open with her. Well, once we have the coins for the bounty, I should say. Do our boost. Getting Kelpied here. No, not quite yet. He wants to wait for the 2 units. He's going to help us kill this, potentially. We do need to put out something that does bounties pretty quick here. He shouldn't have much control. I don't think he wants to spend it necessarily on Caleb round 1. So this should help us secure this. Oh, there he is going to go for it. Bit annoying. We don't have much bountying here, which is a potential problem, but we'll still go here. Let's do the normal tempo push here. Go to max coins. It should be like an Aguara lock. Not sure what other hard control he'll have. Just spread some bleeding out. Kill that over the Elder, or over the Raging, over the Bear in case he has another Bear in his hand. I was gonna go just straight Kraken on us. That's interesting. That is interesting. Just work on these. If he doesn't have those, the Kraken going to his board's pretty poor. Question is, do we Hysteria or Dip? Both kill this. One gives us coin. They both give us coins back. Okay, good. So we did keep the right one there. He's ahead here. We're going to have to play one of our cards. Oh, he's going straight into Corruptive Flaminica. Interesting. Not the best Kraken. He's up by 16 at the moment. Can we interact with the last, say, Corruptive Flaminica? Not really. He hasn't played the Anglerfish either, which is big tempo. We don't want him really doing that. You shouldn't have Tall Punish. Other than Geralt. And we're not at 25, so we can't Geralt us. Should put it in the opposite row. That was our fault. He's gonna pull the Anglerfish. Okay, good. Pulling the Anglerfish is kind of our goal here. Other option here. Why didn't they come back? Must have missed something with that. I don't want to use both these in this round. We'll say good enough. Because the Anglerfish really lets him take us round 2 for a long, just like take us for a long round 2 and bleed to the Fukusha finisher. Without them and the Kelpie, it should be a lot harder. And we should be better in the long round because we can kill all of his stuff off for coins. We don't really want to go the short round. There's the Renfri's gang.
A pleasure to bleed you.
This makes sense here. He's going to throw the Renfri for passive value. Destroy for Witchfinder, obviously. Could boost it with Candle if we need to. I think we're going to look for a Scoundrel here. I'm going to play Octavia, look for Scoundrel. Then see if we can get her order for, or her fee, I should say.
Coins keep the game running. Blink, blink.
See what he wants to do. My guess is he just tries to all-in us here. And then just count on the Fukusha revive to win round 3. But if we can carry over coins with the Candle, we should be okay. Because that will give us some carryover value. Carry over coins, Candle, and Brute. Oh, he's not going to bother. Do we care what this pulls? Not really.
One born to hang will never drown.
It's a very powerful Renfri order. We can boost this out of out of destruction range, theoretically. We don't really want Purge here. Really want Portal, which we have managed to not get yet. Oh. Alright. That's pretty good then. I won't bother boosting these up. When we get Portal Witchfinder, it's pretty good. Our only problem here is the only way we have to kill something with Bounty is this guy and this. So this we want to get up out of range of the leader. You might have a regular Geralt or a Lock. Alright, Sea Serpent will do it. That is his Renfri order. The problem's still going to be the Fukusha Corrupted Flaminica. This probably gets locked. I still think this is the turn we use it.
The job's a job.
I don't think, like, he's gonna have Lock for control. He's gonna have a Lock. He's gonna have Fukusha. And probably, he's probably has Agora, Fukusha. I don't know what his last card is. We'll just end here. I was debating on an order or something, but I decided not to. There should be Fukusha here, I think. Or not Fukusha, Agora for the Lock. Lock our Spender. But we do have the Candle. And this Slander can do 4 damage, which could kill something. Like kill this, which is quite good. That's pretty good. We have a lot of points, so it's just a little half for. So this is Fukusha, Corrupted Flaminica, last say. Not going to be enough here. This gets us all the way back to 9 coins. And we're up by 43. Corrupted Flaminica is not that big. Even with the Fukusha.
You shall never find peace.
Yep, not that big. Only 33. He needed another couple points there. God Hand in 1998. Okay. Playing some Invigorate. Invigorate did get a buff. Can't talk that fast. But I don't know what we want to play. I made a Golden Neck Invigorate deck for like Handbuff. We never really got around to doing it. Like I played it some. It seemed okay, but I wasn't like thrilled with it, so I never made a video on it. The stuff you don't see is when we test stuff out but don't make the videos. So God Hand here. Crystal Skull is quite annoying. We'd have to leader kill it, which is probably going to go on something like a Smuggler or something. But we can always kill, not with Greedon, but can always kill with Hysteria. Let's go, it's too tall, then we can't. Let's see what he's going to do. Double. It's probably just Renfri again. Renfri got buffed too. Renfri and Invigorate got buffed. So that's probably what we're going against. Hopefully we're not in another Renfri patch. Alright, Farseer, let's go. We don't have to take this long for it.
Not afraid. You should.
It's not like it's complex here. Show the Confession Extractor out early. Brawler's going to be pretty hard to use here, I think. He's much better going first with Tiger's Eye. Develop something, throw him down, click the eye, and boom, boom, boom. If he throws the Renfri here turn 2, picks the 8 cooldown one, be a little annoyed. There's a big Dunka, who naturally has Veil, which is quite annoying. I think we do this here and try and pull a big card and hit with our leader. So he's playing this and this. Do I care more about Sorceress or Hawker? We're leadering whatever this is. Let's just take this one.
Special prize, just for you, love.
Guess it's exactly to 9. Hopefully we don't get locked here. Smuggler. That one's definitely getting it. Yep. That should be all of his Veils. We're a little over-profiting here if we go Caleb. I think we do play him though. Even though the over-profit is annoying. I think we want to develop this. We can start pushing through his units. Maybe make him use the Dunka order. Because we have like bounty here. We want to be able to put something out for Graydon. Yeah, there's Ciaran. Yeah, let's get rid of our spender. In this case, the right choice. And then I think we could go with the Graydon here. This is at 2, right? It's at 2. Let's just do the Hysteria. We still have Caleb to put out bounties, so I'm not too concerned. Now I think we go Brawler, start knocking his guys down to a reasonable amount. That's not surprising. Debating going bank here, but I think we spent the coins. We could Graydon. We want the tall punish later, but I think it's more valuable here. So we just do this. That is kind of the perfect card. We're kind of just, I was actually kind of looking for anything that's spent. So that gets us to 6, which can get rid of this. I mean, it's normal hand buff, right? We just try and bleed everything round 2. Might even consider playing Candle. And if he does decide to play his big cards here, we can go Ignatius. This comes the Sheldon. I want to find Brute with this. We don't do it yet. Sheldon's a pretty big commitment from him. We do it uneven. Candlewick can't carry it around 3 now, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Vigilantes would like to see Portal rather than them. Really, a Portal opener here would be perfect. I get, like, we took a break. We didn't play Gwent for like at least a week because I was on like vacation. Not vacation, I was seeing my family. As soon as we come back, the game decides, it just gives us what we want when we draw. Sure, we only have like 2 bounty putter outers, but that's plenty for this. And we can grab Brute. If we want to push with it, that is. There's a Sorceress. I think we boost this up. We don't have the coins to do Graydon's Tribute anyway. He's gonna look for the Purify here. But it's not that likely because you can see a whole bunch of options. And, I mean, it's Handbuff. As long as we bleed out his hand, we basically win. Not basically, we essentially win. That's the same thing. We win. Unless we brick our hand, the worst brick of all time, round 3. But we shouldn't, because we should have Octavia. I mean, this Gradient's really good. Even without the Tribute. You should have to Purify that. And it's not a great Purify either, though, because it's got Vitality on it now. Not the best value if he does. You might want to save it for another one. So, we didn't mention this earlier, but obviously when you started playing the specials, it's not Renfri. So he's doing some kind of all-god setup, probably for an Aglace. So that is a concern. Because that's a concern, we just keep pushing tempo here. With the 2 Vigilantes out, this can kill something at 7. Which is quite good. Now we kill something at 5. So we can kill Melissa. Or we could do Leader and kill Deregere. That boosts Brute. No, it's the same. Guess it's to 9 coins. I think we just spend him here for tempo push. He's down 20 now. Now he has to actually, like, play stuff.
You are no lunatic of mine.
We got 2 choices here. We can Octavia and not draw our Brute, or we can just throw down Ignatius, keep Octavia round 3 for Brute. Downside there is the Brute's coins we might not be able to spend. This is one of those cases where if we do keep pushing the hand buff player, they actually have potentially something really big boosted in their deck. And considering what he's played so far, hand buff, buff. I think the Torque will be bigger than the Ignatius by a significant amount. I think we still play it.
No, but I can't smash it.
So he'll keep it till last. I don't think he plays it here. There's the Aglace. Okay. Always bleed out his last card. Yeah, that's GG. That's hand buff. Not Renfri hand buff. Interesting, but still hand buff. Jug Hurty, something, playing some fruits. Probably has normal mid-range fruits. Mid-range control, whatever it is. There's a lot of damage for being a mid-range deck, but I think it's still a mid-range deck. Don't want Vigilantes. This is a deck Bounty really loves to hit their stuff, but it's also a deck with enough control to stop you from getting your stuff going. So, ooh, we could play this, though. These are Erendite decks. I don't want to risk drawing the Vigilantes. We just throw this. I almost wanted Tamara first, but, you know, like, we don't actually have her. So it'd be nice to get these out of Toad Prince range. Griffin, we going? Fiend. Fair enough. I'm debating if we just kill this, like, right now. The Fiend. Because I want to get this guy going. And killing it pushes a lot of tempo. Let's do it. Also makes it so we can't go I can't go Megascope next. I want to push tempo against this, because Erendite's a frustrating card to deal with when you have to play units. Yep. He has to remove that. Then we just go here. He's got 2 Griffins. He's got 1 Red Rider, so he could brick that. We know he has an Incubus in hand, probably. He's got 1 Red Riders in hand. We could brick that. We could also pull a Griffin. We could pull the Fiend, because that way the Mamuna's harder to set up, because he hasn't gotten a Griffin yet. I like this. So we still have enough to kill this. This just bricks the Mamuna until he gets the, what's it called? The, Griffins. He has to get a Griffin and play Griffin, then the Griffin has to die. So for round 2 push, he's missing his biggest tempo card. Which is pretty big deal, actually. This is going to do 6, right? The, Purge will do 6. So this is actually going to be a really good Purge. Don't see that very often. I'm going to over-coin here. I think we do it because he's probably passing. So probably keep the coins. Could also just click this for the coins. I thought he'd pass, though. Yeah, he's going to pass. So that was right. I mean, either way, we still have, like, wasted coins here, but we do have tempo, and we know he doesn't have Mamuna as an option. He still has a lot of control, probably, though. He's got Heat Wave. He's got all that stuff. Debating if we push here at all. Even play stuff. I mean, we do Graydon, but we drew Brute. That's all of our golds, except for these 2. I do want to keep playing because of the Erendite thing. But we're down a lot of gold cards at the moment. Could just open Octavia, then kill something, use her order. I guess what we do depends on if he plays Griffin or not. We don't have a good opening card other than Candle. This carries over, though, so this is pretty good. See what he does. Because we have the option of throwing Witchfinder, because there's no Riptide, which means he'd have to use his Heat Wave on it, which would be nice, because we would then know that this doesn't get answered. So the options here for this removal is probably going to be Lock. It's going to be Lock or Heat Wave or Eskull. Any of those we don't protect with a leader from, or not leader, from a Candle Charge from. So, and Erendite's too small, so we just pass this. Yep, there's the Lock.
The job's a job.
We lose some value to Griffin here, but I want to get that out for the value in case we have to pass. A little tick. This isn't going to let him get his Erendite going, though, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think without Mamuna ready, this doesn't look like he has a Griffin. Yeah, this doesn't work. We bricked this. I guess you could do Necker Warrior, but we saw he had it. He must have had it in his hand, right? If he had that in his hand, that works. Still, though, we can get some really good value here. Oh, Bloody Mistress. If this is a... What's it called? If this is a Lilith's Omen deck, we've completely destroyed him at this point. So the Omen will be dead. If it's not, he's just playing this? Interesting. We could go for Hysteria on this. I mean, we probably just should. I think we over-profited there by 1. Not really worried about this tribute right now. So we don't have no way to put out bounty. With Lilith's Omen, sometimes you cut Erendite. I think he's going to get away from this with a card up, but we can still play Octavia because she doesn't have a target in our deck. That's fine. A lot of the value in this deck goes into, like, Omen, Bloody Mistress, you know, all that stuff. So he's guessing correctly that we don't have a way to put out bounty, but he's actually on 6. So if we pass here, he has to play another card. So we'll definitely do that. He's going to take 6 bleeding. I would say that's pretty effective. We got rid of the Bloody Mistress, and we got rid of Lady of the Lake here. It should be for Erendite if he's playing it. Yeah, there it is. 7. It's not the best Erendite. I mean, it's still going to be good, but the real strength of this deck is Lilith's Omen into Bloody Mistress, and Mamuna is just insane. It's like 27 opening points for 3 points a turn from the Bloody Mistress, or Gurnakora, and then 3 a turn on the Thrive guys. So by breaking that up, we've really ruined his strongest combo. That being said, he's probably still some tempo stuff. We don't really want her, because we have Candle for spending. And we have no targets for her to find. We do want coin spending, so this is pretty nice to have the Brawler. Do we need coin generation is the other question. I think I'd rather have one of the crimes than this. One of the other crimes, I should say. Let's see what he does here. This will put him to 8 on the Erendite. I don't think that matters. There's nothing we're going to play this around, like the exact value. Let's see, Ethereal. So we have 1 coin here. Don't have a way to kill that immediately. That is a problem. We need to make some coins here. So I think we just go bank and try and get coins going. This will set up a freak show that can kill this, and then the one that's going to spawn. And if not, if he purifies it, we can still kill it with freak show because we get the 1 damage here. Be like the worst case. Do have to be careful for the bounties. We used Caleb and Witchfinder. So the only bounty we have left to put out is this one from Slander, which has to trigger Graydon. So we just have to keep that in mind.
They're surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens.
But here we just clear the engines. I would imagine he might use the Erendite here, or if he's playing a Toad Prince, it'll come down. But Toad Prince is pretty hard to fit in Lilith Omen decks. That being said, he might not be playing Lilith's Omen. He's gonna go Muzzle. Okay. Well, that probably means it's not Omen. That's fine. This is a coin spender. We don't really care too much about it. These are insane plays. Like, they should just outvalue what he's got left. So I think we play this here. The only thing I'm thinking about here is we wait a turn to put Slander out for something for Graydon next turn. So we just put this out here. Whatever. These two should carry us. And obviously it doesn't matter, we don't have the tribute here because that's one value. One value. See, do we want to use this here? This gives us what, 8 coins? So if we go down to 1, we can do 4 or 5. Yep, that's good. I mean, this is probably like Heat Wave, maybe the other Incubus. Or he drew a Griffin finally. We just last say the Brute, and then, because it comes down with 14 plus 23 on candle points. So it's Incubus and last one's Heatwave.
Share the night, share the love.
Okay, so we can spread these points. We last say this. This will be a Heatwave, then this wins the game. At least it should be. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, Neuromancy Heatwave? What do we got? Squirrel. Okay. There we go. Win by 20. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Philmouth. He's bracketed the combi here. That tells me a lot about him. Which is this is going to be Renfri Hyper Thin. That's my guess. The Renfri Rience deck is probably going to be the most common Nilfgaard deck, I guess. Was good last patch, pretty popular, and got better. I don't know if I'll Purge here. This is nice. We should be able to do a lot with just the portal. Yeah, see, I told you we could tell something about this guy just by this. So we don't play Portal, so we don't want to thin our deck here. We just remove this so he can't teleport it. I said Renfri to be nice, but I almost said Mill when we saw his portrait.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost.
I think we just play this carryover type stuff, not a unit. I'm really nervous about the portal because, you know, it thins 2 cards. And that's not good against Mill. Just to banish it, I don't care. I mean, we do want to make sure he doesn't mill our good cards. And honestly, since it's mill, I think we just put back the portal. Although it would make for a good round 2 push, I think we just put it back. And we just put it back. It's too risky. No one plays a random Kingslayer, so it is a mill deck. I think we just play this and spread all the things, or play this and try and pull the Kingslayer. Let's play this. Yeah. Just pull that, get rid of it. If we can't teleport those, I actually don't think he can mill all of our stuff. Yeah, we knew that was coming. Probably pull a Vigilante. Yep, there's a Vigilante. So this does kill this, which gives plenty of coins, but it might be too many coins. Thing is, Mill has to sacrifice a lot. Let's do this. Set that up to die next turn. Let's try and get the Caleb going. Ooh, he's going to go with a Construct guy. Pretty good. Not too concerned about that. This gives us 5 back. This is fine. Do we want to spend more here? I mean, we always had the leader. Just put it all out. Because I think if he's playing this for Rock Slide, he might have more control. Yep, there's the other control we're thinking. This can kill this. Can also kill this, which gives us 5 coins. Let's play the Candle. We know he has both Mage Assassins in deck, which means we don't really have to fear Tactical Decision very much. He's got the 2 Mage Assassins. We could leader here to go for uneven. It is 10 damage. These cards are really strong, so I think we would do that. I'd like to preserve these. Alright, so we know he has no Mage Assassins in hand. So he might draw 1, but it's not that likely. He certainly shouldn't get both. Considering we have Candle, I think the Brute makes more sense to hold on to than Ignatius. If you got 1, that's whatever. What's he going to pull from us? That's fine. He already played the coup. You play this because we have the Candle out right now. And he might remove our units next round. I don't know. I really hope he can't bleed this out. If he bleeds out the Ignatius, we're actually potentially in trouble. But he shouldn't have that much tempo. Because, I mean, look, he's used a lot of his stuff. Provisions go into the milling. That's really unfortunate. Didn't want to have to play him, but we drew it with Octavia to dodge the mills, then he just didn't mill us. Portal only gets 1 Vigilante here. I don't think we want it still. This could be useful though. Nah. He honestly can't mill us enough to actually mill us out round 3. So it might be worth going up the card. I think it is. He can't mill us. So he goes down 2 cards, and that should kind of seal the deal. Not 2 cards. He goes down 1 card, and we have double last say. Should seal it. Even if we don't have our big finishers, I think that a longer round benefits is more while we have the Witchfinder. Can't mill this out. Graded, we would like to draw. Okay, that works. I guess he tucked into control quite a bit. So we for the Mage Assassin he drew. But we'll miss the 2 damage. Oh, didn't get it. To start with this, I suppose. He can't have that much control left. I mean, look what he's already used. He might have a second Rock Slide, I guess. He's probably playing, maybe he's playing Imperial Golem. Don't care at all what he does there, obviously. This can't quite kill this. Doesn't matter what we get off of the bank. Could just play this no tribute. I like that idea to get coins going, so we can keep cycling the Witchfinder bounties. Yep, there's a construct. So this is just constructs mill? I guess the idea here, I think there is an idea here. I think the idea he's going for here is, as we wait here, I think the idea he's going for, which is interesting in concept, is he can mill out decks that do a lot of thinning, right? But we don't do a lot of thinning in this one. Removes the shield for us. I guess that would mean the bounty goes on this. I mean, Hysteria is probably the best thing for the damage. Let's be real, though. There's no way he wins this, so we can just throw our cards down and just think about it later while we're talking. I think the idea here is he can mill decks that thin a lot, or that have to thin a lot. But against stuff like us, where we don't thin a lot, there's the coup for the Joaquin. It's not going to work. And there he is. Oh, that might get him there. Can't kill our spenders, though. Okay. Best value here is going to be on the, I guess, dip. Yeah, I guess so. Interesting deck concept. He's pretty close to winning this. Is that 2? Unfortunately for him, though, we do have enough coins to get through this guy next turn. We have the dip in the Pawn Tower, which will do it. I mean, I kind of wanted to board wipe him, but, you know, he's going to leave. Understandable, but interesting deck. Like, it does actually have some tempo to it, but it can't mill us because we don't thin. Interesting idea. And the fact they bled our Ignatius and Brute round 1 was a pretty big deal. There we go, guys. That is the Portal Bounty deck. What do I think? I really like it, but I think, to be honest, we were very lucky in our draws these games. We very rarely drew Vigilantes, and we always drew Portal. That won't always happen. I think we were very lucky, which I want to point out. That being said, it worked out really well. It really did. The really nice thing about the Vigilantes is if you have them both out, all your things that do bounty do extra damage, like 2 or 4 extra damage. That means your stuff like Dip and the Pontar, or not Dip, Pontar, Hysteria can just kill stuff. Right, if they're both out, this can kill a 7. If one's out, it kills a 5, which I think is interesting. Purge works really well with the Vigilantes, right? Because they're out there, they're 2 Witch Hunters. it kills something with Purge, it puts out the bounty, the Vigilantes both hit it. Like, there's a lot of synergies there. It's just, you can only do it in one round because the portal brings them out. And I think we didn't really run into drawing issues. I think, well, other than 4 provisions cards we could pull. I think Tax Collector is the only one I can think of that'd be beneficial to pull out of the deck, in addition to them. Pearl Diver is funny. I'm not going to say we should try it, but it would be kind of funny. Tax Collector, I think, makes the most sense. Yeah, Tax Collector makes the most sense. So if you're maybe worried about drawing both a Vigilante, you could play a Tax Collector, go with them. I just like having the 2 Vigilantes to pull them, because it's funny. Get the damage out there, and they both go really well together if you get both. So I think that's the idea. Overall, the deck worked really well. I think we got lucky with the draws. Didn't really get much Tamara. I think we drew her like 1 time in all of our games. So I would take Portal over her, but we did want to try her out. So that's a little sad we didn't get to use her. I think she's fine here. If we do a deck count here of Witch Hunters, we're playing 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're probably not buffing these ones up if you're opening Portal, but you don't always open Portal. So she could get, well, she can't boost herself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points on her her deploy, which is quite good if you pay the tribute. Even if you just hit 3 units with her deploy, that's not bad, right? 10 for 6. Like, say you play Portal, these 2 guys come out, and then you play like this. You could play her without the tribute potentially. So I think she's interesting. Much more of a consideration here. I do think I might still prefer the Kurt. Well, I think I still prefer the Kurt over her, but we didn't get to test her that much, so we're gonna have to do a little more play testing of her before I decide on that finally. But this is the Portal deck. I think it's really interesting. I like personally having access to the Heatwave in this deck because Banish still triggers bounties, and being able to remove stuff, especially when things get Veil, I think is really useful to have the Heatwave in the deck. So I think I like that a little bit more than Portal. But the Portal's interesting because it gives you a round opener, and the thing with these decks, these bounty decks, is bounty can lack a tempo or like any kind of proactive early play, especially if your opponent goes like no unit or they play like a special. Like, say you go, what do you want to open with? Like, you want to open Tamara if you have the coins. If you don't have the coins, you like play Radical Brawler or something, I guess, or Confession Extractor. Then they don't play a unit, and then you are like, well, what do I play next type of thing. I guess I play Candle. They don't play a unit, or they like, it can be really awkward. So I like her as like a proactive play, which is something to keep in mind. So that's one note. But yeah, overall, I do like the deck. I've always enjoyed Bounty. It's pretty meta dependent right now, or specifically like the last season. I think Monsters Fruits was really popular. So I think we matched up against one of them. It does really well at killing all their tall stuff as long as you can dodge the removal. So that was interesting, and I had a lot of fun with it. Hope you guys had some fun watching, and we'll see you in the next one.